This is ABC7 News at 6. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Good evening. I'm Haley Wilkes. Thank you for joining us. Scott has the night off. A fatal hit and run in Sarasota has the family of the victim and the Florida Highway Patrol asking for your help. This happened on the corner of Gulf Gate Drive and Mobile Gate Drive at 7 p.m. Tuesday night. The victim, 61-year-old Lynn Taylor, was transported to Sarasota Memorial Hospital, where she later died. FHP continues its investigation, looking for any evidence, including eyewitnesses and surveillance video at the site of the crash. A memorial for Lynn right now. It's part of her family's search for justice.
You have to feel so guilty with yourself. How can you be a human and do that?
She should be making arrangements to bury me, not me making arrangements to bury her.
We also spoke to business owners in the area today who say this is a dangerous stretch of road in need of more crosswalks and lighting. Along with the presidential race and local elections, voters in Venice will have another choice to make on the November ballot, whether to approve millions of dollars in bonds, $35 million for roads and $16 million for a new public safety center. ABC7's Christopher Brantley is joining us now live from Venice tonight with more on this ballot item. Christopher.
Well, Haley, we've talked about this public safety bond before, but tonight we're getting a breakdown of what it may actually cost to build a new police station. Just last month, we showed you tarps set up in the evidence room of the current police station. At the time, the police chief told us the roof wouldn't stop leaking.
This is basically a result of neglect over the years of not maintaining the roof.
He also told us the current building was less efficient than it could be. He'd like to construct a new building altogether. Venice's mayor came up with figures for what it would cost to renovate the existing building, to compare to numbers for a new building. Assistant City Manager Len Bramble was responsible for fact-checking.
I thought he did a pretty good job. There were a couple of things that I went right to, numbers that had already been provided by a consultant.
There are serious differences between the two projects. For instance, land purchasing alone adds $2 million if a new building is built.
They're just huge construction and operational concerns with each and every scenario.
Including this, the current building is not built to hurricane code. Major building work would have to add extra support columns.
Those numbers, regardless of everyone's opinions on the scenarios, they do start to get closer to one another.
Here's the final estimate. Just over $13 million to expand the current building, $16 million for a new one. City Councilman Richard Catiro was not an ardent supporter of building a new facility, but he's staying open-minded.
Really, you don't have complete apples to apples of those two numbers, of those two specific estimates.
In the end, the council decided to send to voters the $16 million option.
The council has collectively voted to put this on the ballot. We have not voted to spend this money. The people will decide.
And another thing to keep in mind, this is a lot of money to spend this year. $16 million for the public safety bond, $30 million for the road bond, all of that. And the city of Venice raised taxes earlier this year. Live in Venice, Christopher Brantley, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
Thank you, Christopher. Election Day is less than 3 weeks out, but early voting on the Suncoast is now just 3 days away. 7 locations in Sarasota County will have early voting and 5 in Manatee County. It will take place starting Monday through November 5th, giving you a chance to cast your ballot ahead of the November 8th general election.
Early voting sites, all 7 of them, any registered voter can go to any of those early voting sites.
I just think it's, you know, you get there a little early, it's less waiting than on Election Day, and you just feel good it's over with.
For a complete list of the early voting locations on the Suncoast, head over to our website, mysuncoast.com. And the campaign trail again finds both Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton returning to Florida ahead of November 8th. The GOP nominee will rally in Tampa on Monday. That event is set for 7 p.m. at the Mid-Florida Credit Union Amphitheater at the Florida State Fairgrounds. Before that, this weekend on Sunday, I believe he will be in Naples. Clinton, meanwhile, is expected to be in Florida on Tuesday and Wednesday, though details have not been released just yet. And we're going to take a look at our forecast. A big weekend of events coming up, and it's going to be pretty nice, Bob.
It sure is. The cold front still a ways back here over North Florida. You can see this is the actual cold front now making its way through north central Florida. And the little prefrontal trough did bring a few showers out there in the Gulf of Mexico, but nothing significant. You can tell by the dew point temperatures really where that front is. It's already moved through Jacksonville. Their dew point temperature dropped about 10 degrees just in the last hour or so. Still pretty high for us at 68 degrees, but by tomorrow morning, those numbers will be in the mid-50s for dew point temperatures. Currently at the Sarasota Brady Airport, it's sunny. It's 82. Great night for football Friday night. Northwest winds at 12 and the pressure 29.81 inches, and that is on the rise. The humidity at 62%. Your evening planner looks to be good. Clear by 11, 75 degrees. More on your weather coming up in a few minutes. Haley?
Thank you, Bob. Attorney General Pam Bondi is asking the Florida Supreme Court to clarify its ruling on the death penalty. Justices last week struck down a new state law saying that a death sentence could be imposed as long as 10 of 12 jurors recommend it. They ruled that the decision needs to be unanimous. And in the ruling, the court wrote, quote, the law could not be applied to pending prosecutions. A motion filed by Bondi's office maintains that death penalty cases should be allowed to proceed as long as the jury's final recommendation is unanimous. Employment remains steady in Florida. The state's jobless rate was again 4.7% for September. That is the 5th consecutive month. That also remains lower than the national rate, which ticked up to 5% in September. The figures released today by the State Department of Economic Opportunity estimate that 457,000 Floridians were out of work last month. An outage at the Sarasota DMV locations had businesses at a standstill for a little more than an hour today. The local agency received notice that the outage was statewide. The systems are now up and running, but it did cause a little bit of an inconvenience for customers. When issues like this occur, the assistant tax collector says there is typically a reason given as to how and why this happened.
They will notify all the tax collectors as to what the problem was, how they identified it, what they did to correct it, and what they will do so that it doesn't happen again.
No word yet from the DMV main office on what initially caused this problem. They're a common sight in Florida, but it's also apparently common to be bitten by them. Straight ahead, details of a new report on snake bites in the Sunshine State. And later, it's almost time for some high school football. We'll have a preview of our Friday night game of the week.
The all-new mysuncoast.com. Just another way we're here for you.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com. AND services.com.
Types of timber, cuts of meat, cooking times, temperatures, rubs, seasonings, sauces. You name it, they know it. That's what makes them who they are, Sonny's Pitmasters. And proud of it. Come get some baby back ribs at Sonny's Barbecue. On their own or paired with favorites like jalapeno cheddar hot links or pulled or sliced pork plus 2 sides and bread. Sonny's Barbecue. Local Pitmasters since '68.
Getting older shouldn't mean giving up all the things she loves to do. It should just mean, well, finding new ways to do them. Right at Home's professional team thoughtfully selects caregivers to provide help with personal care, housekeeping, and of course, meal preparation.
Oh, that smells so good.
Oh, and it tastes good too.
We can provide the right care right at home.
Today, everyone is looking for carpeting that lasts longer. G. Fried has you covered with Karastan. With a legacy of quality and integrity, we provide you with a huge selection of Karastan carpets with exclusive lifetime limited warranties. All installed by our highly skilled, highly knowledgeable team. Come ask us why Karastan is the best and most durable. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Sarasota Opera presents Donizetti's Don Pasquale. 6 performances from October 28th through November 13th. Reserve your tickets at sarasotaopera.org.
At Sunset Subaru in Sarasota, you'll always get the most for your money. More years, more miles, more 2016 IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus winners than any other brand. And right now, you can lease the most award-winning small SUV on the planet. A new 2017 Subaru Forester for just $209 a month. Or get 0% financing. Complimentary maintenance included at Sunset Subaru in Sarasota. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
A recent report from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention may have you taking extra precautions while outside because Florida is leading the country in snake bites. ABC7's Bobeth Yates has more on this unsettling trend.
First, it was snakes on a plane. Then snakes on a roadway.
Oh my God!
Look at them all.
Oh my God!
Everywhere.
Oh my God!
And now news that Florida is among the states leading the country in the number of snake bites.
We're kind of tropical here. We're basically the perfect environment for snakes to be in.
Tyler Balance is a snake expert at Sarasota Jungle Gardens, and he says not only is the area perfect for snakes, but some of them could be living in your backyard.
The snakes like to hide generally, basically under things, trying to keep themselves safe, like hiding under maybe have some plywood maybe in the backyard. They like to hide under that, keeps them nice and kind of secluded. So kind of like check your environment first, make sure, take cautions, stuff like that, because they are around you.
A recent CDC report confirms that, showing more than 1,300 children are bitten by snakes each year, and Florida tops the list with the most snake bites. But Sarasota teen John LaChance says he didn't need the report for confirmation.
Just along here, I've seen 4 on the little trail.
And in recent weeks, the Palmer Boulevard area has become the spot for snake sightings. But many children who frequent the area say they're not afraid.
It's not a problem to worry about.
Why is that?
Because for us, we run on the opposite side of the road, but I mean, it could be a danger.
And avoidance is the correct approach, because being bitten by a venomous snake can be very serious.
And when it gets to your bloodstream, what it does, it kind of kills the tissue and kind of stops the blood flowing through your body. So if you get bit in the arm, the worst case scenario is you can lose maybe a hand.
But that doesn't mean that all snakes should get a bad rap.
If you see a snake, try to leave it alone, because honestly, they're probably in your backyard killing rodents and things like that, helping you keep your environment kind of rat-free.
Again, if you're bitten by a venomous snake, officials say you should get immediate medical attention. Bobeth Yates, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
Bobeth is brave. We'll be right back. Bob will have your forecast.
Come experience the precision, performance, and power of the Ram 1500 during Ram Power Days at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. Built tough enough to help you conquer whatever the day may throw your way with all the comfort, gizmos, and gadgets you'd find in a luxury vehicle. And right now, get over 20% off. That's up to $15,000 off a new Ram 1500. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota.
Hi, I'm Chef Judy. Every Wednesday morning, I'll be with the chefs at the Publix Aprons Cooking School serving up the most wonderful dishes. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.
If you have a suspicion for harboring prostate cancer, we have a way of diagnosing by using an exquisite instrument called three-dimensional color flow power Doppler ultrasound. Using this system, we can identify abnormalities within the prostate that you could otherwise never detect. The Dotoli Cancer Center is the only center in the southeastern United States which has this technology. If you have prostate cancer, we will find it.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
The kitchen is where life happens. Minnesota Flooring now offers a wide variety of beautiful quality craft-made cabinetry to make sure the heart of your home reflects your style. Visit us today.
Rose takes her volunteering for Tidewell Hospice very seriously. But she knows how to have fun, too. And that's what she brings when we're invited to visit patients as part of Tidewell's pet therapy program. People love to see her. She really brightens their day. She makes people smile. And in end-of-life care, a smile can be a wonderful gift. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
Well, Bob, there's so much going on this weekend, and we are lucking out with the weather.
We are perfect. You know, sometimes these fronts can bring rain, storms, and kind of nasty conditions. But the only thing we're going to see is some nice autumn weather finally here along the Sun Coast. Just couldn't ask for a better time either with all the events taking place. Here's what's going on right now. The red tide, also good news on that front. It just came out, the report from the FWC, the Florida Fish and Wildlife Commission there, and they are reporting basically the numbers are going down. That's good. There's still some high concentrations near New Pass in Sarasota, but boy, there had been about 5 different areas a week ago in parts of Sarasota, and just a couple in Manatee County showing up, and that's along Longboat Key. I was on Longboat Key yesterday, didn't have any ill effects of red tide. There are a couple of places I mentioned, the north end of Longboat Key up near Anna Maria Island, but all in all, it's looking much better out there. And looking better too out there in the Gulf of Mexico. A little bit of a wave action there as a result of some strong northwest winds. This was taken by Cindy, and Cindy said there wasn't a lot of people out there today, which is surprising, on the jetty there in Venice, and looks as though we'll see pretty nice conditions tomorrow for boaters. Not the best because the winds and seas will be up, but beachgoers should be okay. Anyways, a webcam showing generally fair conditions overhead throughout most of the area as a result of high pressure still around. It's starting to build back in, and it looks as though we will see this line of showers continue to progress to the south as a result of a little prefrontal action before the actual front moves on through. And then the front itself will not produce much rainfall. Here's a look at lows tonight. As the temperature drops tomorrow morning, 7:30, if you're going to be out at the Making Strides Against Breast Cancer Walk, 61 degrees at 7:30 with a little bit of a wind. It'll make it feel a little bit cooler out there, so you may need a jacket or a sweater, and into the low 50s in the Panhandle. And then highs tomorrow will warm into the mid to upper 70s inland, mid 70s near the beaches. And as far as Sunday's forecast goes, look at this, 55 degrees, the anticipated low in downtown Sarasota. So pretty chilly weather to start the day off on Sunday morning too. And it looks as though things will gradually warm up as we move on into the weekend. And the high today, well, it warmed to 87 degrees, 68 was the morning low. And those numbers are going to go bye-bye for a while as far as the above average temperatures. And no rainfall to report today. So far for the month, we're 0.3 of an inch above average. Temperature 77 in Jacksonville. It's 83 in Orlando, 82 in Sarasota. And temperatures in the low 80s to mid 80s to 83 now in Sebring. Forecast tomorrow, plenty of sunshine. Temperatures warming up into the mid to upper 70s, as I mentioned, inland areas, mid 70s near the beaches. And the rainfall associated with this front now well to the northeast of us, where there's quite a bit of moisture there. And this particular tropical or non-tropical system is heading off to the northeast, so not a factor at all. No play as far as Florida is concerned. It will move through this front and kind of catch this system and push it off into the open waters. Now, as far as the front goes, it eventually moves on through and eventually fades away. This front, then never mind it. It's not supposed to be there. But we are looking at this cool weather to stick around all the way through early next week, really. So a taste of fall for a few days. Unfortunately for boaters, not the best weather. Northwest winds 15 to 20 knots. Seas will be 5 to 7 feet. Choppy conditions out there in the bays and inland waters. The water temperature now 80 degrees, but that's soon to drop too into the mid 70s more than likely by Monday. And beaches will see high temperatures into the mid 70s to upper 70s. High tide at 8:05 and low tide will be at 11 o'clock. And sunset just before 7. Cooler overnight, 63 for a low at the Sarasota Braden Airport. And then finally, fall arrives tomorrow, 77, mostly sunny, breezy, north winds at 10 to 15. The extended forecast calls for cool weather to start the day off on Sunday, and temperatures gradually warming, but not bad, staying really quite nice all the way through Wednesday, and Thursday and Friday back slightly above average. Haley?
Thank you, Bob. High school football action across the Suncoast is just about an hour away. We will have a preview of our game of the week coming up next.
Tonight, after a bruising final debate, will Donald Trump accept the Election Day results if he loses? And can he stop Hillary Clinton's momentum? With just 18 days to go, this is where America turns. ABC's World News Tonight with David Muir.
Your home is the largest investment you have. So when you're looking for furniture, window treatments, and accessories from America's top brands like Henredon, American Leather, and Hunter Douglas, the only place you need to go is Bacon's. Quality, service, price. Bacon's Furniture and Design, Sarasota.
They say good things come to those that wait. Well, you've waited long enough. You deserve to feel fabulous in your fashionable new Fiat 500X from Alfa Romeo Fiat in Sarasota. Boldly innovative, seductively stylish. Fiat gives you everything you'd expect from a capable utility vehicle, like a spacious interior and advanced safety systems, designed and built like a sexy little sportster. Don't wait any longer. You deserve to feel fabulous. Get a new Fiat at Alfa Romeo Fiat of Sarasota.
Whether you're a homeowner looking for a professional installation or a contractor looking for top quality products, Sarasota Glass and Mirror can meet your every need.
For 42 years, Sarasota Glass and Mirror has been the area's premier supplier and installer of quality glass products for your home or business. As an authorized PGT WinGuard dealer, we know how to protect your home with everything from the PGT WinGuard impact-resistant windows and doors to shower enclosures and decorative mirrors. The Sarasota Glass and Mirror team has the knowledge to tackle any project.
Christmas Traditions by Luxart Silks, where more is merrier. Make your holidays sparkle with style. Browse our amazing showroom, cute collectible cottages, and beautiful Christmas displays. Find the inspiration, selection, and quality you need to deck the halls merry and bright. Christmas Traditions also features the area's largest selection of quality pre-lit Christmas trees, every size, shape, and color, and plenty of decorations to make your home shine for the holidays. Christmas Traditions by Luxart Silks, where more is merrier. Visit us on New 301, just a quarter-mile north of University Parkway.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
The postseason is fast approaching on the Suncoast, and a team trying to advance to the playoffs for the first time since 2013, the Riverview Rams. ABC7's Adam Cellini is joining us live from Riverview High School with a preview of our football Friday night game of the week. Adam.
Yeah, Haley, as you can see, one of the most exciting parts about these Riverview games is the Kilties Marching Band. Fashion and music meet, and tonight is actually future Kilties night. We have some middle schoolers from Sarasota and Brookside mixed in. They're not wearing the plaid, though. No, you got to earn that right out here, but if they're lucky, every man and woman on this field will be wearing a skirt one day. Football-wise, huge game for the Riverview Rams tonight. They're taking on Newsom High School, a district opponent. They're coming off of a win against Manatee High School last week. Manatee's first district loss in 6 seasons. Now Riverview in the driver's seat of their playoff hopes. We spoke with Todd Johnson earlier today, the head coach of this Riverview team. He said his message was simple to his boys. Win tonight, you're in the playoffs. Lose, you're out. And if you're a player, that's what you come out here and play for. Now, as always, we're inviting you, the fans, to join our coverage tonight. If you're at any of these Suncoast games, send us your pictures on Twitter. Our handle is @MySuncoast. Add the hashtag Fan of the Week, and we'll run your picture on air. For now, live at Riverview High School, I'm Adam Cellini. Haley, back to you.
Looks like fun. Thank you, Adam. That will be a good game.
Good game,
will a lot
good action,
of others.
good weather, too. And by the way, I said red egret. It's a reddish egret. Someone wanted to correct me. Reddish egret.
Oh, I would have not known the difference, but thanks for the clarification. Have a wonderful evening. We'll see you at 7 and 11.